This is my 2023 GS Rallyex. Just purchased it, had it about 3 weeks now, had its first service, done a bit of off-road riding with it. It's a great bike off-road. The difference between the Rally and the Rallyex, the Rallyex has the GSA suspension, which gives you a bit more travel front and back, and it has a few more settings in it, so it's a really nice bike to ride. I had a GSA before. I found them quite heavy and not really suited to riding off-road that much. Great on-road bike, but off-road extremely difficult to extremely difficult to ride, for me anyway. So this bike, I've added a few extras to it just for protection. So the first thing is the headlight protector, which protects that $1,500 headlight from any rocks or etc. hitting it and smashing that and giving you a bad day. Windscreen extender. The windscreen on the Rallyex is extremely low. It wasn't so much head buffeting or wind buffeting, it was just very noisy inside the cockpit area and at the front of the bike. So hopefully this will rectify this on, mainly for when you're on the bitumen. Down the front here I've added a mudslinger, or just a cheap one out of China, which is a fender extender, stops the mud flicking up on the front of the motor and chipping the front of the motor. So just plastic, they're plastic anyway, so if they break they're not that dear to replace. So they do their job. Also I've added radiator guards, which are rad guards, to give the radiators the protection they require from flying rocks, etc. Also I've added a heavy duty bash plate to the bike. I intend to do quite a bit of off-road riding, so I'm keeping the bike for a fair while, so I thought I'd add that, which is the first time I've added a heavy duty bash plate. Also valve cover covers or protectors, which go straight onto the crash bars. They came out of China too. They needed to be modified a little bit and new screws etc. added, but they're still cheap, so it doesn't really matter. They get scratched and knocked around. We can just take them off and repaint them as required. The bike comes standard with a aquaprobic exhaust. I didn't mind the sound of the standard GSA, but anyway, it's standard fitting, so I took it with the bike. Also we have the fittings for Moscow bags. So the Moscow bags are used for extended trips. They're a great system. And the GSA, or the GS, sorry, is a great bike to have those on. Also have added a toolbox, which is a Kuratech. This has come off the other two bikes, GS's and GSA I've had. So it's come on. I've added Velcro to the back of it just to stop the door from opening. I've lost tools on rides a few times. Also the toolbox is not really waterproof, but anyway, this is carrying a compressor which is in a plastic bag which protects it anyway. So to the front of the bike I've added clear film protector to the tanks on the sides here, just for the knees, and at the front of the tank, just to give that paintwork a little bit of protection. Also just a standard quad lock, not the one that powers up, because I found that one burnt out when it got wet and didn't last that long. Also GoPro mount at the front of it, so that's about it. I've got the Nav 6 GPS, which I think is the third unit that I've been supplied with, because they keep breaking, but you can't knock them back if you get them for free. So that's about it. I found this bike really nice to ride on road, and also I've done some off-road with it and found it extremely nimble. It's great to get back on a GS after having ridden the GSA for a fair while. I find the GS so much more suited to the Australian bush roads and open dirt roads. So thanks for watching, see ya. So I've also added pre-filters, which are very important. I forgot to mention those before, but yeah, you really need a set of pre-filters on these bikes. Thanks.